And welcome back, guys, to Game of Thrones once again. I've pretty much gone straight on from where we did. The Water Dance practices the style of combat which allows him to combine deftness and speed and agility. What does he use? Swords, blunt projectiles, short blades, light armor. Main stance is intensity. Sellsword. Archer. No, I think I'm going to be a sellsword. Uses stealth and timing to eliminate his foes, which requires the use of one-handed weapon. Yeah, that seems more like me, to be honest. Right, let's give him higher agility. Endurance is fine at 5. We'll give him a high intelligence and a high luck to get the extra crits in. Assassination, sneak attack. Yes, that's fine with me. Deterring strike. Unleash a swift circular attack that sends your opponents within a range of 3 meters fleeing. This ability is executed from your... Yep, that's cool with me. You tear into inattentive opponents. Right, okay, that's cool with me. Next page. Right, swords. 3. Short blades is cool with me, and definitely medium armors. There we go. Okay. Poor leadership skill, discourage your teammates and allies. Leech, the sight of blood fuels your desire for battle. That'll do. Gifted. Your aptitude for learning allows you to pick up skills more quickly than most. Ooh, yes, that's fine with me. Asthmatic, allergic, inattentive. That's cool with me, and we'll also go for pyrophobia. Balance found in that one. However, I would like a master of poisons so that we can get that one, and we want to go for... What else do we want to go for? Hang on, how much is it? Just 2. So let's find another 2 skill that I don't mind having. Grayscale. Deflection -6. Arthritic condition, attack speed -5. It's fine because we can improve on attack speed, which is cool with me. Okie doke. Confirm. Okie doke. How many characters am I taking control of here? This is interesting. If my keyboard wouldn't freak out now because it's in a completely different position to what it was. Oh, can we like crouch or anything? Oh no, that brings up the character menu. Lol, if you press C it brings up character menu, I should have known. Right, so which way are we going then? Where are we going? Oh, I've got 18 and...
Spring is dying.
Yes.
You, Aubrey. It's been weeks since you've been able to bring in fresh wares.
Where are you?
There's not a ham left in town. With things as they are, what choice do we have?
Not much.
If things are so bad, what do you propose to do?
It's been too hard for too long. It's time to revolt. We must take matters into our own hands. We'll take up arms.
If you follow that path, the army will have no choice but to fight against you.
Indeed,
Do
I
you
agree.
want this to end in blood and tears?
You don't know what you're talking about, stranger. The house is dying. The army of River Spring is but a shadow of what it was.
It may have been,
You
but...
obviously know nothing of the misery we suffer here.
That may be, but I do know that violence is answered with more violence. This path never ends well.
We're already suffering. What is it to us if we die of hunger or by a sword?
What has happened here? These lands were once thriving.
It's the Lords. It's been too long since they cared about what happens in their own lands. Neighboring
sucks.
lords have taken the chance to grab some of our land, and nothing is done to stop it. And now that Lord Sarwick is dead, It will only get worse. We must do something.
But there are still Sarwicks in River Spring.
Don't make me laugh. The eldest fled years ago. As for the others, they're no better than he. Anyway, this concerns only the people of River Spring, stranger.
I think I might.
So be it. I pray that your choices will not lead you to reckless acts. May R'hllor light your path through the shadows.
Where's Preston? How long has it been since you sold a single ounce of butter?
I think he's trying to get a lowdown on this. Well, I'm trying to get the lowdown on this. I'm quite interested in the
Don't hang
lore.
around here, priest. We don't take well to new faces round here.
Oh, don't you? Do you not take kindly to people like
Forgive
me?
my boldness, noble stranger, but I cannot let you walk into certain death like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not sure of the customs in the free cities nowadays, but I wouldn't dream of entering Westerer's arm like that. And yet, as the smith labours day and night for us, it so happens that I sell the finest.
Oh, really?
Blunt, cutting, perforating. You know what they say, my lord. Don't buy your blade until you know what you plan to stick it into.
Let's see the perforating weapons.
Tell me more about perforating weapons.
An enemy full of holes is considerably less frightening, isn't he?
Yes.
Piercing
Yes, he
weapons are
is.
especially designed to fight against medium armor, such as chainmail. Do you need more information?
I do not need to know more, but thank you.
I have things to do.
Don't hesitate to come back and see me in the Merchant Square. I weep to see you so ill-equipped in this town. And don't forget you'll be wanting armor. After all, no matter the weapon you face, simple clothes will not protect you.
So, axes are best against cloth. Axes are just good against... Okay, so you need heavy, smashy weapons for heavy armor. That makes more sense. I'll probably head over to
Very
him
nice
later.
road you've got there.
We thank you!
Rope for some food? Just a coin?
I can't give him any money. Balls.
Too many horns of ale today?
That's some extra monies. Not that I really need it, being as I'm probably about to be in the money. Da, da, da. Hello.
Halt, priest. This town is in mourning. Access to the castle is closed during the ceremony.
I'm actually here to attend Lord Sarwick's burial.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I'm under strict orders to only allow entry to close kin.
That would be me.
With the villagers' current grumblings, we don't want to risk problems.
I am Lord Reynald Sarwick's eldest son, and I am here to attend my father's funeral.
His eldest son? Do you take me for a fool? I have been at my post for more than 5 years, and I have never once seen your face.
Because I've been in
It has
exile, you
been more than
twit.
5 years since I left River Spring. Please call on Mr. Harwin. He knows of my arrival.
Well, we'll see about that, but I doubt he'll come here for you. The ceremony's about to start.
Okay.
John, go find Maester Harwin.
What is going on here?
Hello, Maester.
Why has John gone for the Maester?
Ryman, it's me, Alistair.
Several hells. Alistair? Graydon, I told you only family. That excludes peasants, dogs and cravens who abandon their families.
You blame me for leaving, but this is not the time for anger.
Yeah.
I've come to bury my
dick.
father, Ryman, not to fight with you. In honor of the past, allow me to go and pay him my respects.
Very well. You may go. Out of respect for your father.
Huh.
Alistair, I knew you would come.
Maester Harwin, it's a pleasure to see you again.
The pleasure is shared. 7 gods, you have changed so much.
Well, it has been 15 years, you
15
absolute
years.
retard.
I had help from my contacts in Bravos to inform you of your father's death.
Thank you.
The funeral will be in the Godswood. The ceremony has already begun.
That's
Why is it not held at the Sept?
It would be if it were not in ruins. River Spring is suffering on all fronts, I fear. Let us go now.
Okie doke. Let's make our
Come
move.
with me, Alistair. Let us speak as we walk.
Okay.
What happened here, Maester? How could my father allow things to
Maester,
get to
you're
this
moving a
point?
bit fast.
You know, after you left, Lord Reynald changed.
Did he? What happened?
He began to live more and more in the past and stopped taking care of his duties.
That sucks.
Your sister quickly found herself managing more than she should have.
Well, she is a woman.
Eliana helped my father govern?
Well, these last few months, she's practically run the house herself.
That was a nice cloak.
In spite of her efforts, she was unable to slow the inevitable ruin of her lands without a lord.
Bugger.
But all is not so dark. Many of your father's vassals remain faithful to their oath. They have all come to the burial in order to honor his memory.
Oh, good. That's nice.
We will speak of all this again after the ceremony.
Oh, we're not going to
Let
go
us
through the
make
same
haste,
stuff again.
I beg of you.
Yes, let us make haste. For God's wood. She's gonna be pretty. Oh wow, this looks like it's gonna look a little bit like... Oh my god, it is. It's just like the wood from Fable that you go into to fight the beetles. Oh, hello.
Hello, Red Priest. I am Lady Eliana Sarwick, daughter of the late Lord Sarwick. You are just in time for the ceremony. Were you close to my father?
Yes.
You have changed much in 15 years, little sister.
Alistair, why have you returned? We don't need you here.
Harwin told me of father's death. It was my duty to come.
Yeah, so shut up.
15 years without any news. And he had to die for us to see you again. You
Damn.
would have done better to stay where you were.
I do not doubt that my departure was difficult for you.
Difficult? To say the least. Your disappearance was our father's ruin.
Wow, what
Do
a
you
bitch.
know how long I cried after you left? And how long I hoped for news of you?
I am sorry. I left Westeros without once turning back, it's true. I understand your reaction. It must have been unbearable for you.
Well,
but
obviously
I
she's
had
been
to
taken
leave.
after the house and
Know
the
that
land,
I
you
never
douche.
forgot you.
God,
That's
what an
easy for you
arsehole.
to say. And you should know that we here learn to live very well without you.
Oh,
I understand your reaction, Eliana.
I doubt it. Go pay your last respects to father. We will speak later.
May the stranger, the eternal outcast, now guide you to the Father. And may he judge you fairly and deliver you from the torments of the seven...
Who is that man? I believe that is the elder
I love how they're
Sarwick,
just
the one
called
who disappeared.
Lord.
He has certainly changed, but I recognize him.
It's part of his religion. Leave him alone. Although Eliana's going to be pretty pissed. Well, this is Game of Thrones, so she's either going to want to kill me or fuck me, or both at the same time.
How could you desecrate our father's body that way?
I desecrated nothing. I performed the final kiss, the tribute that priests of R'hllor pay to the dead.
You may be a Red Priest, but you should respect the beliefs of Riverspring.
I did not intend to be disrespectful, little sister.
Do not think that it is easy for me to speak with you after all this time.
Please, Eliana, listen. I left Westeros without a goodbye, and you have every reason to be angry with me. 15 years ago, the war that King Robert Baratheon fought to claim the throne forced me to commit deeds which haunt me still.
I bet
The
it was
very
anal.
idea of returning to you was too painful. I did the only thing left for me to do. I left and began a new life elsewhere. Not long ago, I received a letter from Maester Harwin telling of Father's death. I could no longer hide myself. It was time to confront my
Good
past.
man. At least
What
he
I
came
regret the
back.
most, Eliana, is that by fleeing to the other side of the waters, it is you whom I wounded.
All these years, I have thrown a veil over your memory. And you return at the moment when everything is in turmoil.
Well, maybe you shouldn't
I
have
must
let
be
it go
alone
to
for
the
moment.
shit.
I will see you later.
Jesus.
Take your time, little sister. I understand.
I'm gonna get really
Alistair,
drunk.
Maester Harwin would like to speak with you. He awaits you in the castle courtyard. And if I may add, you should be ashamed of that kiss during the ceremony.
Well,
My
no one
thanks,
cares.
Rebella. I shall go and see you.
Oh, shut down.